eaten today? There's a good chance you have. In fact, the average American will consume 1,996 pounds of food each year, according to UNICEF. That's nearly a ton of food. There are now over 7.6 billion people on our Earth. Do the math. We need to produce a lot of food in order to feed our hungry planet. And how are we going to produce that much food? Well, there's the easy way. We can have Monsanto genetically engineer our food in test tubes, while Bill Gates and Richard Branson corner the market on their lab-grown fake meat. Or there's another way, a better way, aquaponics. What is aquaponics, you may be asking? Well, we'd start with growing vegetables. This is a plant. We all know how to grow plants in soil. You give it a little light, a little love, a little water, a little sunshine, and it produces oxygen and food in the form of glucose. Now, to make sure that this plant has the nutrients it needs, we often add nitrogen, especially in the case of leafy vegetables, the bioavailable form being nitrates, phosphorus, and potassium. And then this plant will be happy growing. Now, if we want to grow a fish, we use water, right? Well, here's a fish. This fish swims along, we feed it, and it produces a high ammonium waste. This ammonia breaks down into nitrites and then further into nitrates, the bioavailable form of nitrogen that plants needs. So what could be easier? Growing plants on top of fish. Aquaponics. Okay, you may be asking, why hasn't the whole world just switched to this? There's been so much research, the best part being farming done aquaponically uses 90% less water. The food is proven to be more nutritious, and it grows in half the time. So as far as food production goes, it couldn't be more obvious. Then you have the advantages to our planet. There's no toxic runoff, there's no chemical fertilizers, no antibiotics, and the number of food miles is drastically reduced. Food miles being the number of miles food travels before it goes into your mouth, each one contributes to climate change. So, can we all just switch over to aquaponics? Can you just say, I'm going to stop going and buying the cheapest vegetables I can find on sale and go in my backyard and just pick fresh veggies and harvest my fish? No, you need an exit strategy in order to change your ways. It reminds me of back when I was 25, stuck in the habit of a bad, destructive marriage of 7 years. Well, I could have just rushed off in a flurry of emotion, but no, I needed an exit strategy in order to leave with my degree, which I threw by the wayside in a fit of passion when I met the jerk, and wait until my boring job had a vested retirement, so at least I'd have a few pennies to live on when I got old, which I managed to reach that now. So anyway, the point being, if you're going to make a major change in how you're going to eat, you can't just do it overnight. You need a plan. So you need an exit strategy from your habits that are creating climate change and ineffective food production that's not as nutritious as it could be for you. You need aquaponics. So start by just growing a garden. Get used to having fresh food right there in your backyard. Then put in a small aquaponics system and say, yay, I have fresh fish in my backyard. I think I'll have a big salmon tonight. There you go. And then you'll want a bigger one. And before you know it, you will have food all year with aquaponics. You just need an exit strategy. Make a plan and do it today.